Two major school districts in our region saw voters reject proposed school budgets last night, falling short of a needed 60% supermajority to pass.
And WENY's Alicia Solorzano spoke with the superintendents from both the Horseheads and Corning Painted Post school districts to learn about the potential impacts. Alicia, what's next moving forward?
Nick, Renata, Superintendents Dr. Thomas J. Douglas of Horseheads and Michelle Caulfield of Corning Painted Post both say it's now time to head back to the drawing board. Over the course of the next week or so, meetings will be held to determine a new budget proposal by June 3rd. Both the Horseheads and Corning Painted Post school districts saw their proposed 2025 to 2026 school year budgets voted down at the polls on Tuesday night.
But certainly understood with all the things that are going on in the district right now.
Both districts needed a supermajority to vote because the tax increase associated with the budget exceeded the state's cap. It turned out to be a hard sell to voters concerned about their property taxes going up further.
I think in a community our size, there's different things for different people that they value and believe are important. And we tried to do a balance of those things through safety, instruction, and extracurriculars to try to meet the needs of everyone in the community and all of our students.
In Corning, voters also shot down propositions to purchase buses as well as funding for the local library. Both districts say the question to be answered now is what programs are at risk and the impact to students if the next budget proposal is also shot down.
Yeah, the only reductions right now that are definite are the first $2.8 million reductions that we made before going out to the community. And now what we'll look at is how do we close that gap? Do we go to the tax cap?
Early to say. I need the guidance from the board, but these type of reductions at this point are going to have some type of impact because even last year's had major impacts and we kept it away from the staff and programs, thankfully, to our community.
If the budget vote fails for a second time, state law requires that schools default to a contingency budget. This would typically require significant cuts as the budget cannot go above the previous year's amount.
A contingency budget is not anything that anyone wants or can really live with in our school district or our community.
Caulfield and Douglas say they're meeting with their respective boards over the next few weeks to ensure this next budget will pass.
People have their own reasoning for one reason or another, and we certainly understand that. We just hope people understand that we have to run the business as a business of education too, and we're trying to keep it away from the kids as best we can.
The 2025 budget revote will take place on June 17th. Both districts are expected to have an updated budget prepared and ready by June 3rd. Nick, Renata.